to the Gastric Health Show. My name is Dawn Boxall, and I have been a bariatric dietitian for nearly 25 years and have been very fortunate to work at a very large weight loss surgery center and been able to counsel tens of thousands of you for a long time. So I have gotten the ability to see trends and see things that maybe many programs wouldn't experience because of the sheer volume. So I just take a little bit different approach. I weave in functional medicine, which kind of uses the best of the natural world and the best of conventional medicine and merges it into one. And we just have a bigger toolbox. So that's where it makes it more fun and challenging with weight loss surgery patients, because sometimes I have unique perspectives and unique ideas that are kind of out of the box and a little weird because it's not mainstream. But they do work and they are options to consider, and it just, start with simple and work your way up. And if you can avoid tests and unnecessary surgeries and medications that maybe you could resolve it with just diet and lifestyle changes, why not? To me, that's what makes the most sense. But the good news is, if it's not effective and you need more help, you still have all those options, all the tests, all the medications, all the surgeries to still get you better if you need it. So that's where I'd encourage you to follow our show, and hopefully you'll get some insight and some new strategies in your journey with weight loss. So today's topic is 5 weight loss surgery tips to stay on track during COVID-19. Our worlds have all been turned upside down with this pandemic, and the good news is we don't have to let it impact our waistline. So I think the good thing is, if you really focus on just even one of these tips that you could stay on track with during this, however long this lasts, this will give you maybe a way to not let your weight go up. Or if it has already gone up, if you can stop it and maintain it here until things get calmed down a little more and you can get back to doing the things you know you need to. So the key is, it's all about repetition. Our brain likes to be efficient, and those unhealthy pathways that we developed, maybe even as a child, and maybe it was our family members who developed them, as maybe giving us rewards with food when we did good things, or comfort when we were scared, they would offer us food. So maybe it's something you never even did on your own. It was something that was developed for you. Those pathways never go away. So you have to override them with healthy habits. That's the only thing that you can do. And it's the repetition that wins. And if you can have more healthy habits than you have unhealthy, then you're going to find that the majority of the time you will be focused on doing healthy behaviors. So you get to choose between the healthy and the unhealthy repetition. So 5 tips to override the unhealthy behaviors to keep you on track. So tip 1, stick to a routine. So all humans, we all do better on a routine. So if you're now working from home, or maybe unfortunately you are unemployed, you need structure. You need to have an alarm going off to wake you up and for you to get moving for the day. And you need to have a to-do list. You need to have structure that keeps you on task and keeps you focused on something. And it can be simple things. If you're really out of work and you don't have work that you're doing from home, then you need to get creative. Maximize this time and make sure that you are have a to-do list that's happening every day. Maybe it's you're cleaning certain areas of your home, and maybe it's your meal prepping, maybe it's your exercising, maybe you're working in the yard, anything. You need structure, and you need a set bedtime, and you need an alarm to wake you up, and you need to stick with it. And that way you can stay on track with your normal meals and your normal snacks that you used to always do before all this hit. So, tip 1, stick to a routine. Tip 2, log your food. Whenever things are chaotic, it's easy to eat mindlessly. You will grab a piece here, a handful there. It's super easy. So you don't want to get out of control with what you're putting in your mouth regularly. So that's where, if you force yourself, just keep a notebook out, maybe on the kitchen counter, and every time you put something in your mouth, you're going to jot it down. And it's going to make you accountable, it's going to make you aware, and it's going to keep you from eating mindlessly, because you're going to be visually seeing what you're doing all day long. And another thing that really helps is measuring your food. So say the stress of all this pandemic has just really put you in a bad place mentally, and you really have no boundaries. You have no off switch. You have nothing that is stopping you from eating anything. Everything is going down fine, and you are just struggling and failing at every effort. Get back to not only logging the food, but measure it. Get the measuring cups out. Weight loss surgery is a volume-based. It is not a weight-based way of food. So that means you need measuring cups and measuring spoons. You do not need a scale to weigh anything. You want it to be the right volume. So whatever your program's meal plan has for you on how many ounces you should be at, that's what you should be measuring out. Make yourself accountable. So that goes with the logging. So when you sit down for a meal, measure out, what does 4 ounces of protein look like on my plate? Measure it out. And then that way you're going to keep on track with your volume, and be mindful, be present when you eat. Turn the news off. Don't listen to all the updates. Maybe try to minimize the TV time, because that can only get you binging on more food because of the stress, and just keeping that fight or flight mode on. So log your food and measure your food. That will be a great way to kind of keep you on task. And know this. You have not stretched your pouch. I don't care if you've put on 15 pounds in the last month, you have not stretched your pouch. And you need to get back to eating solid, dense foods. Remember this forever and always. When the quality of the food goes down, so that means junk, you're eating more junk, you have a higher ability to eat more quantity. Those packaged processed foods crunch down to very easily, quickly digestible food particles that pass out really quickly into from your stomach to your intestines, and they just slide right out. And you are going to be able to eat a lot of them. I don't care if you just had surgery, you would be able to eat a lot of them. And it's going to make you feel like, I stretched my pouch. And really you haven't. You're just eating the wrong foods. You need solid, dense foods. Get to those dense meats, those vegetables, those fibrous vegetables, and fruit that you eat, and you will feel full. And just focus on whole, real food, and you will have the satiation that you are looking for. You just have to be present, pay attention, and you will recognize it. Tip 3, get in the kitchen. So take this time to set up some new routines with meal prepping and meal planning and make a grocery list. We have more time now. So even for me, our hours were cut. I am doing other jobs within the hospital, but in our office at the clinic, we are not doing our same hours because we aren't seeing patients. Although we are doing some phone follow-ups, it is not the same volume of patients yet. So I have more time, and I have been cooking more meals at my house and trying new recipes and having fun with it. But include your family, include your kids, let them pick out a meal, let them go to the grocery with you, let them pick it out, and they're going to be more into it. This will also prevent mindless purchasing if you go to the grocery store with a list. So don't go hungry and don't go without a grocery list. And remember that there is no perfection. I don't believe that any one of you are going to be perfect and that you're never going to have something sweet, something salty, crunchy like chips. I just don't believe that will happen. So let's be real with this and let's find a way to keep it simple. Now, if you know yourself, which you are the only ones who will truly know what you can handle. And if you think one taste of something will trigger me into eating it, then you need to avoid it. That's bottom line. That is your boundary. No. Your answer is no, I do not eat that. Practice saying that. No, thank you. I don't eat those things. No, thank you. I don't drink Diet Coke. No, thank you. I don't drink Pepsi. Practice on saying those things. Cut the guilt. Quit worrying about being perfect, but you've got to put the work in as well. You have to own up to your choices and move on. If you had a bad day and really ate horribly, you still have the next meal to change it. You have the next day to change it. Don't worry about it. There is no perfection. Quality matters. So especially after weight loss surgery. Here we have altered your anatomy permanently, and we have altered the way that you digest and absorb nutrition forever. So if you are not eating whole real foods on a daily basis, then you're fueling your body with junk that have ingredients that you can't even pronounce or even know what they do in the food item, let alone in your body. So quality matters. Eat whole real food, avoid the packaged, pre-prepared foods. If you need help, our free 10-day Back on Challenge guide or our 30-day Back on Track food guide, either one of those are available. The 10-day is free. Our 30-day is a paid book that has 30 days worth of recipes, meal plans, and shopping list. The 10-day is a free 10-day guide with meal plans, recipes, and shopping lists. So it has everything you need and to keep you eating whole real food and staying on track. Color over numbers. So if you've listened to any of my podcasts, you will know I'm not a big fan of counting calories. I don't find that it is helpful, and it puts a lot of pressure, but it also opens up lots of doors. I find when people are counting points or calories that they find at the end of the day, oh, hey, I still have X number of calories or X number of points left. I have enough for a ice cream bar or a whatever Halo ice cream or a high protein ice cream or whatever junk. It's just a different mental place that you're in when you use those numbers to focus on. So instead, focus on colors. So challenge yourself that every time you have a meal that you have at least 3 colors on the plate, no less than 3 colors. But challenge yourself that you have more colors at each meal so that you're getting more of the rainbow. And so that's more nutrition. You're getting more valuable phytonutrients and antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, proteins, healthy carbohydrates, healthy fats. Those are all necessary. Those are the things that fuel our body. And that's where you're going to feel your best if you're really focusing on the colors. So maybe breakfast is you're going to have some eggs with some sauteed spinach or kale, maybe a couple of beets, and you could have a handful of blueberries or strawberries or something like that. So whatever you like, or maybe challenge yourself to try new things of different colors, and that you could incorporate into your grocery list is maybe one new fruit or vegetable that you try each week, and try it prepared a different way, in a soup, in a salad, in baked in or roasted in the oven, pan sauteed, broiled. There's so many ways to cook things, and it brings out different flavors. So if you've never been a fruit or vegetable lover, that's my challenge to you. Try incorporating more colors and try it in different preparation methods so that you are getting the different flavors. And you may find, hey, I only like asparagus if it's grilled on my grill. I don't like it pan sauteed. I don't like it roasted. I don't like it steamed. You find the way that you can eat it so that you can get those nutrients in. Tip 4, set goals. So why did you have weight loss surgery? Try to remember, go back, if you're 10 years post-op, 20 years post-op, think about, why did I want to have weight loss surgery? And why is it important to me? And then, focus on, what you can do to change it if you're really off track. So if things are out of control and you're putting on pounds, that's where you want to maybe get some accountability things going. And that's where you could weigh once a week. Do not weigh every day. You will drive yourself crazy by weighing daily. But weekly is acceptable. So making sure that you're getting on that scale, and then being accountable with your food log, your food colors, meal prepping, all that stuff. And then follow a plan. If you don't trust yourself, maybe you're years and years out, and in these types of situations, you've always gone back to old behaviors. Then maybe utilize our 10-day or our 30-day food guides. And that would be a great way to get you structure and give you ideas and give you resources so that you are keeping to whole real foods and focus to colors. And then set boundaries. You have to have foods that you say no to, or at least you don't allow frequently. So if I'm going to allow myself to have something sweet, I might really not allow it for another month, 3 months. I have boundaries. I say no. No, thank you, and I move on. I don't attach anything to it, and that's okay. It's finding those things that you know that have been an issue in the past, and just owning up to them, and just not thinking about it as a negative or a bad food or good food. You're realizing that that's where you are, and it's okay to say no to things. The next one is tip 5, boost your mood. So especially now, I know for me, that first week or two with all the, our office shutting down, and, my routine was changed, and, I was trying to I was used to shopping for groceries every single day. I would just go to the grocery and get what we needed for a meal, and any extras. And then I'm like, okay, I can't go to the store that often. So I've had to really change. And I was more stressed, and I was struggling with feeling a little more anxious. So I had to kind of step back and say, okay, what's driving this? So I shut off the TV and quit reading all this stuff online, and just really got into my normal routine, and trying to get in a groove of how can I be productive, so that I could boost my mood. And really it did help, just turning off the TV and getting offline and doing things outside, moving your body, get out into nature. We were taking hikes and trying to do family night and watching movies and, just doing different things that maybe we had kind of just pushed aside and not made important due to our schedules. So try to move your body, try to get out in nature, even when you feel super overwhelmed or you're struggling with depression. These are the times that sometimes you need an accountability person, and you might need to say, okay, I need you to check on me every day. I need you to make sure that I am getting out and doing something. And maybe you FaceTime while you're walking, just outside walking in your neighborhood. Or maybe it's you do a FaceTime and you do a YouTube video workout together. There is a cool app called Activate Fitness, and you can go Activate Fitness, and you should be able to find it and join, and it limits your screen time. So if you hook it up on your phone, you have to earn by exercise, by movement, you have to earn your screen time. So if that's an issue for you, maybe download the Activate Fitness app and set the boundaries of how you're going to rank your activity. Is it going to be time? Is it going to be intensity? What's it going to be? And set those boundaries so that you earn your screen time. There's also free online workouts. I know that many gyms are offering this, and in general, you can find all kinds of free workouts to do without paying a dime. So just focus on keeping your mood in a healthy place. You may still have some underlying depression and anxiety from all of this. You just can't focus on it. If that's all you focus on day in and day out, you're never getting out of that rut until you do. So try to really focus on whole real foods. I do have a link for you of some mood enhancing recipes that really help with your gut bacteria and your dopamine and serotonin and all that really does impact your mood and your brain. So weight loss surgery is just a tool, and it doesn't matter if you're 10, 15 years out or just a month or two out. It is a tool, and you do have to keep working towards healthy habits, and it's all about the repetition and just establishing those good routines that you do, and you'll find that over time it gets easier and easier.